What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Being Balotelli. This episode, I think it's episode 4, and today we're actually going to upload, I think we're going to upload 2 episodes. We're going to upload one now and one later on tonight. The simple fact is that this series, this episodes, the 5 episodes that you're going to have seen up to now, is actually going to be this whole Milan expedition that we've had going on. As you guys know, the season hasn't gone well at all. We've not actually been in many games. The manager doesn't really like us too much, you know. He much rather prefers Bakker and Luis Adriano and Menez. He doesn't really prefer Mario Balotelli at all. He has given us a chance, though. He's given us another chance here against Hellas Verona. Hopefully, we're going to be able to, you know, imprint ourselves on the game. But even though, you know, even if we do manage to do that, he still doesn't really like us too much. You can see we're rocking a 6.0 right now. We're going to get into the box and take a shot, and it hits the side net, which is unlucky. You know, second minute, we're only rocking the 6.0. We went from a 7.1, within 3 minutes, we were at 7.3 at the start of the game after we did some nice passing. And then within 3 minutes, we were at a 6.1. It's silly how it works, but a nice over-the-top ball to us. We are actually getting a little bit more of the ball. This is only the 12th minute. We're through on goal. Hopefully, we're going to be able to slot this one away. But unluckily for us, our finishing hasn't been great this season. It's something that I'm actually trying to train Mario to do. He's only at like 79 finishing, and the likes of like Menez and Bakker, they've got like 80-odd finishing. And you guys are going to see at the very end of the season exactly what we've trained and what we've managed to get us up to, because we do actually manage to gain a couple of ratings, which is awesome. You know, we managed to do quite well. But at halftime, it is 0-0. We haven't managed to imprint ourselves on the game or on the team at all, really. You know, the manager doesn't really enjoy us as one of his favorite players, which is fine. It's fine by me. You know, we're not looking to stay here at this point. I've had enough. You know, I was playing a lot of this game, and I've finished this season. Of course, I've actually, you know, finished. I've started next season for you guys, and so I've always got recordings ready to go up, and you know, you guys can get an episode every single day. But yeah, at this point, I'd had enough of this team. I wasn't enjoying playing for Milan, and I'm definitely not going to continue playing for Milan. I'm going to try my hardest to get away from Milan. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know yet. Hopefully, I can, because I'm not having fun. You know, the team doesn't like me. The manager doesn't like me. The players don't pass to me enough, and it's not the team that I want to stay at. I thought I was only on loan here. But I don't know what is going to happen. Hopefully, we're not going to have to stay for another episode, another season, should I say. But in the 78th minute, Hellas Verona do actually make it 1-0 to them. That is the first time, I think, in any game we've managed to concede. I don't think we actually concede. I think at the moment, Milan actually hold the best record for not conceding. You know, we've played like 30-odd games and only had, I think it was like 20 goals scored against us, which is awesome. You know, that's a pretty good record. But as you can see in the 88th minute, Mario Balotelli is just so frustrated. We just go ahead and take a shot from like 30-odd yards. Doesn't go anywhere near the goal. But again, in the 90th minute, we pick up the ball down this wing, and to me, I felt like that should have been a penalty. He completely blocked us off. We managed to keep the ball though, get the shot away, but the goalkeeper saves, and that is pretty much how the game is going to end. It's going to end 1-0. We do end up losing, which is terrible for us. You know, we don't want to be losing games. The manager doesn't want us losing games. And we didn't manage to score, which sucks. You know, I wanted to win. You know, I do still want to win. And, you know, we're 81 rated now. As you can see, we have actually gone up. We get a 5.8 rating. Not very great. We had 5 shots on target, 2 off target. But none of the shots that we actually had were worth putting in, really. You know, they weren't exactly anything special. They were on target, but they were, like, deflected by either, like, a defender or the goalkeeper just caught them really easily. They weren't exactly shots. But we've not been picked in the next game against Borussia. I think it's called Borussia. I don't exactly know how to say that, but we've not been picked again, which is awesome. You know, I love not getting picked. He picks Menez, who actually does go ahead and score a couple of goals. And again, we haven't been picked again against the game against Frosinone. I don't. You know, these teams. I've never heard of these teams before. But again, he goes with. I think it was Bakker he went with again. But again, we've not been selected. So we're going through a lot of the season now. As you can see, we're getting towards the end of the season, and we're just not being picked like at all. Looking for you guys in the next episode, there's going to be a lot more games that we're actually in, because it does seem like towards the end of the season, as you can see, we got Roma here, and I think this actually does signify the midpoint of the season, because our last game of the season is against Roma away at home, sorry, at San Siro. So we've not been selected against Fiorentina either. You know, we've been playing some big games. The team's had some big games to play. Unlucky for us, we get defeated there, but we are looking pretty good in the table, and obviously we've not been playing for a while, so the manager's going to say, you know what, we have a game again against Fiorentina. I don't actually understand why this happens, but we play Fiorentina away and then we play them at home. I don't know what just happened, but we've got Fiorentina again, and he's actually decided to play us. I think we're going to be up front with Bakker. I actually quite like it when I play with Baka. He's one of my, yeah, it is Baka. He's obviously a higher rating than us. We're 82 now, so you can see how long has actually gone by. We've done so much training that we're now actually another rating higher, and he's like an 83 or an 84, but he is a really good player, and I understand, you know, there's a lot more competition in this team than there is at other teams. You know, some teams only have the likes of one striker. You look at, like, I think it's Bayern Munich, you look at, they've got like Lewandowski, and that's about it. You know, they don't really, they've got Muller as well, but he usually plays on the wing or something, so we haven't got, you know, we've got a lot of competition, a lot of high-rated players that the manager can pick from, which is awesome. You know, I don't mind the competition. It's just that we're not imprinting ourselves on the game enough to be able to be in the team a lot more, but we do manage to get a shot away here. It's a nice header in the 28th minute against Fiorentina. The goalkeeper grabs it though, which is, you know, it's not exactly a header that we're doing good, but at the half-time score, it is still 0-0 again. We literally had nothing. We've got nothing to give this team right now. You know, I'd much rather right now that we weren't being picked. You know, we had 30% possession. The team in general isn't playing really well. I have to admit that, and it's not just me, it's the fact that we don't have enough of the ball for me to get the ball up. You know, that a lot of the teams are just passing it around, and we're not getting enough of the ball. But we managed to actually get a nice little touch here. We actually managed to touch it past the defender as well, which is quite awesome. And this was like one of the only chances really that we managed to get into the box. Unluckily for us, it is deflected away. But as you can see, there's no one near us. You know, we don't have any help at all. I call for the ball here because I feel like if we're in the box, that's the time that we need to have the ball. But it is deflected again. Another shot deflected, and the goalkeeper picks it up. We get knocked out as well. Like, the defender just walks past and just elbows in the face or something. I don't know what happened, but again, we pick up the ball. The team picks up the ball. We're on the edge of the box. We're going to try and cut inside, and we do in fact win ourselves a penalty. So hopefully, if everything goes right now, we're actually going to add another goal. I think this is going to be our second or third goal of the season, because obviously we have like 92 penalties. It was really nice just to try and take the ball around him, and obviously the play. I thought Honda was stepping up at that moment. I was so mad. I was like, you do not put Honda on, but luckily it's just Menez coming on for Honda, and we do manage to smash that one away. We're not, you know, if we're given the chances, we're going to put them away, and we're not going to miss penalties. We're going to kiss the badge. I have no idea why. I don't know if we can actually choose what happens when he runs up to the camera, but he kissed the badge. I didn't really want to, you know. It's not Forza Milan anymore. It's get me out of Milan. I don't want to be in Italy at all. I don't want to play for any team in Italy. I definitely don't want to go play for like Juventus or someone. I just don't want to. I want to leave this country, and that's actually our first goal. Our first goal in the Serie A. Oh my god! 89th minute, we score our first goal of the season, and for some reason, look what the game starts us in the corner flag. I have no idea what was going on, so we have to run up. And even though we've scored that goal, we won the penalty. We're still on a 6.5 rating. This game just generally hates Mario Balotelli, and that is actually how the game is going to end. Lucky for us, we do manage to win the game for us, which is awesome. You know, we managed to get some points on the board, and it actually is our fault. But we managed to rock up with a 6.4. I was so upset with that. A 6.4. I was looking through everyone. I was like, how did everyone else manage to do so well? And we got a 6.4. We were the only person to score the goals. We had 4 shots on target. We won ourselves a penalty. We had 80% passing and shooting record, you know. Obviously our 42% tackling isn't great, but we're a striker, what do you expect? But 28% possession. I'm just going to let you guys look at that. We had 30% last game, 28% this game. What does this team expect from me? You know, I'm not God. But again, we don't get selected for the next game against Empolo. I don't know why we scored a goal, but he goes for Adriano and Cersei, so neither of them actually score, which is fine, but we have been picked in one of the biggest games of the season. It is the San Siro derby. It is Milan versus Inter. Hopefully we're going to be able to do this. You know, AC Milan, Inter Milan, 2 big teams in the Serie A, and you know, we're actually going to be fighting these guys. We're going to be fighting these guys for, you know, top 2, top 3. We're obviously not going to win the season, I'm pretty sure. Probably down to me, for the simple fact that I'm not scoring enough goals. You know, when I actually am in the squad, I'm not scoring goals, which is fine. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that. You know, I'll be. But I never wanted to be here in the first place. You know, we're on loan. We're not exactly going to put our full effort into this, and that's the excuse I'm going with right now. If this was me, but as you can see, we are sitting in 5th. Inter are sitting in 2nd. There is a 11-point gap between us, and they are 4 points behind. I think it was Juventus who were at the top. I don't actually know who was at the top. It may have been Juventus. It may have been like Napoli or something. I know Napoli's in there somewhere as well. But we are in 5th. They're in 2nd. So we actually are going to be fighting for this. You know, if we can keep good clean sheets, which we do manage to do, and win a lot of games, we could find ourselves, you know, close to the top of the leaderboard, which would be awesome. You know, even though we're not going to be doing anything for the squad ourselves, if we can, you know, if we can do well. But here in the first minute, we do manage to get down the wing, and I'm just gonna hit this because why not? you know, we don't really get any chances, and as you can see, within 4 minutes of going from an 8.6 to a 6.0, and all I've done is stayed in position, but for some reason the game just doesn't like it. Again, we're going to run through the defense here and actually manage to take a shot. Unluckily for us, it just goes straight into the keeper's arms. Again, a lot of our work is done down the wings, even though we're not a winger, of course, we're just not. But, you know, we do pressurize a lot as well, and we actually do manage to get away with this, and here is one of the biggest things I've ever seen. That keeper should have been red carded. He completely clotheslined us, got none of the ball, but nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. But as you can see again, only in the 30s our possession, 32% possession. The team just doesn't have the ball enough. I really want to go to a club that has great possession, you know, that plays a lot of possession football, because the more you have the ball, the more the ball's going to be up top, and actually that is how the game's going to end. A 0-0 draw at the San Siro, and we end up with a 5.5 rating. We had 3 shots on target. You saw 2 of them, you know, we took 2 shots. One of them I think was deflected towards like the corner flag or something. It didn't actually go anywhere near the goal. I don't know why we got it on target, but again, not a great game. We haven't been able to, you know, imprint ourselves on the team. But we're against Palmero again, and we're not in the squad. He's gone for Cersei and Luis Adriano. Like I said, there's so many different strikers in this squad that we're just not gonna get into the game. And again, we're not even picked for the Udinese game, the home game against Udinese. We're not even picked, you know. And again, he's gone for Bacca and Cersei. Cersei seems to be getting a pretty nice run in the team. He actually scored in the last game. So did Luis Adriano, but he's not in. But Bacca goes ahead and scores. And when your teammates are getting 2 goals per game, it's kind of upsetting to see it and be on the. You're not even on the bench, you know, you're just sat at the hotel just watching it. But again, against Genoa, Bacca scores another one. That's 3 in like 2 games for him right now. And again, against Napoli, Bacca is playing again. Bacca is in the squad all the time. He just always is. And we end up losing in this game. Oh no, we don't. We end up winning. Bonaventura at the end of the game actually comes up with 2 goals. I remember that game. I was watching. I was like, how did we win that? You know, it's ridiculous. But as you can see, we've been winning quite a few games. So obviously, we're actually going to be making our way up the table right now, which is awesome. You know, we do want to be doing that. But we have been picked against Sassanura again. I think we played against these guys twice this season. These are games that we only ever get picked in, and hopefully, with a squad again, you know, a squad like this, we're going to be able to pick up a goal or 2. You know, we're only on 1 right now. I can't believe that. I've only just seen that, and I actually cannot believe that we've only got 1 goal. I'm slightly surprised. I'm slightly surprised. I'm thoroughly upset with myself. We should be scoring way more goals than that. You know, it's not even like we're a bad player. It's just the team's not been playing well. And obviously, when you simulate, it doesn't take into effect that, you know, the percentage of the passes and all this lot. It just kind of simulates due to form of players or whatever. I don't actually know how the simulating works in this game, but we do actually ask for the through ball here, and we're actually going to take a shot. And unluckily for us, the goalkeeper is going to be on point and manage to save that. But that puts us up to a 6.1. That's probably the best rating up to now. And immediately we go down to a 6.0. We didn't call for the ball, we didn't do anything, nothing happened, but we do get a cross in here, and it's going to be cleared out for a corner. 28th minute, literally nothing has happened up to now. We've had that 1 chance, and I suppose that could be a second chance, I guess, but not really. Again, we're going to call for the corner on the, we're going to call for the ball on the corner, and managed, and I don't know who it was, but someone managed, I think it was Alex, manages to hit the crossbar, which is unlucky for him. And at halftime, it is going to be 0-0. Again, not been able to imprint ourselves on this game, which is always fun. You know, it's always fun not imprint yourself on the game. Torino and Lazio, they haven't actually started, but for some reason, I don't actually know what happened. I was quite surprised when I looked at this. My strike partner has been red carded. He got a straight red, no idea when it happened, never saw it happen, and I'm literally playing up front on my own, so I don't actually have a strike partner to help, but I felt like I played a lot better on my own. I play a lot better for Spain, for Italy, the national squad, as you guys know. I scored a goal on my debut there, which was awesome. And up there, we're literally the lone striker, which is completely fine with me. I don't mind playing as the lone striker. It just means we've got more players in the midfield. And again, we hit a nice header there. The goalkeeper gets down really well. And I don't know who it was on the wing, but didn't manage to actually get that in. But we're going to call for the corner again, as always. And we're going to try and get our head to that. But luckily, we don't. And it goes out for, I think it was our throw-in, which is fine. We're actually going to end up on it. I don't like being on the throw-ins. I like to be not on it, but here we go. We're going to actually make some space for ourselves, and I think it is, I don't know who it is, it may have been Abate who's going to go there, and we're going to hit a shot from distance, and it's going to go out to the edge of the box, and luckily for us, we're not going to be able to get on the end of that. I don't know who, I think it was Honda, couldn't get on the end of it, but in the 82nd minute, there's going to be some substitutions. I think they're actually going to bring on another, I think we'll bring on another striker. I'm going to call for it again, though, which is just something that I do too much, I guess, because again, we don't get the ball. It's terrible. And they do actually break. In the 86th minute, they had a shot. But in the 86th minute and 87th minute, we are actually going to be brought off. We're the only striker on the pitch, and we're being brought off, which is always fun. So again, we haven't been able to imprint ourselves on the game. We didn't score at all. And as you can see, we are actually in the second top striker with a 9.4 rate. I don't quite know where that 9.4... This is a glitch in the game. We're on a 9.4 rating. We've got 0 goals, 0 assists, even though we've got 1 goal in the Serie A, as we know. But we are second on the list. But I hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. There will be another episode out probably later on tonight, early morning maybe. And if you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.